The universe had a terrible sense of humor. At least that's what Wine decided the moment she walked into her own dorm and found him, Jungkook, the one person she swore she would never share air with, let alone space. He was sprawled across the bed, long legs crossed at the ankle, scrolling through his phone like he owned the place. His dark hair fell lazily across his forehead, and when his eyes flickered up to meet hers, that infuriating smirk curved his lips. Wine, you've got to be kidding me, she muttered, dragging her suitcase inside. JK, looks like even your luck is against you. He gestured at the single bed. There was a system. Every year, their rooms and their roommates were changed. Wine never had a problem before. Luckily, every time she was paired up with a nice girl. But why now? Why him of all the thousand students under this building? Wine, I'm going to file a complaint. JK, go ahead. But I wonder who'll be willing to solve your issues this late at night. You'll have to share a bed with me. His maniac smirk only widened. Fine, I would rather jump out of the window. JK, be my guest, but I'd hate to explain to the warden why my roommate couldn't handle my charm for more than 5 seconds. Ryan hated Jungkook. He was spoiled, always acting like he was some sort of a god. Girls ran after him and he would brag about it every chance he got. He was her enemy in everything studies, food, career, everything. Their interaction started when Vaughn was forced to make a study group with him by that one professor for this subject. After that, Vaughn was asked to tutor him by her homeroom teacher. So, no matter how much she hated him, she still had to teach him. But was it not enough? Vaughn placed her suitcase down and decided to make a complaint tomorrow. She got busy, made herself dinner, studied a little, showered for the night, all the while Jungkook stayed busy in his mobile phone. It was surprising how quiet he was at home, unlike school. When the night fell, he was asleep like an animal. Vine placed pillows between him and herself, but she wondered if it was necessary. He was sleeping so deeply as if it was never planning to wake up again. She lay there, lights off. The only source of light was the moonlight falling from the window. Her eyes had adjusted to the darkness of the room. She was unable to sleep. She tossed and turned, but nothing seemed to help. It was one of that night. Those nights came to her often. When she is unable to breathe, her body trembles and she is drowned in sweat and fear. A trauma from her past she might never forget. Mine's eyes shifted to Jungkook, who was sleeping peacefully. As annoying as it was, he was beautiful. Just seeing him in such peace brought peace to her and found her demons. The next day she woke up to a loud sound of his dryer. She never realized when she slept, but she groaned as soon as she opened her eyes, grabbed a pillow, and threw it at that jerk. Ryan, the hell is wrong with you? Go use it outside. Jungkook dodged the pillow. JK, it's my room. I'll do it here. Ryan, can't you be a little considerate? I slept late. JK, seems like a you problem, my darling. Ryan groaned angrily. She couldn't believe. Was every morning going to go like this? Since she threw her pillow at him, she grabbed his and placed it over her ears, trying to sleep. JK, how lovely. I'm sure my scent will help you have peace. She heard it, sat up, and stormed out of the room. She never had the urge to murder someone this early in the morning. But some 20 minutes later, as she sat on the dining table in front of a nice breakfast cooked and presented by Jungkook, she couldn't help but be suspicious. JK, since she couldn't sleep because of me, I made it as an apology. Apology? Ahem. Don't make her laugh. One. Say something believable. I'm sure you put poison in this. JK, you must read some freaky novels. I don't wish to end up in jail at this age. My precious girls might not survive without me. One rolled her eyes. If he was talking like that, then he's normal. Whatever saved her time. She grabbed her cutlery and started to eat. Her suspicion slowly died after she faced no problem with the food. JK, see? I'm not as bad as you consider me. One, don't disturb me again or you'll be making me breakfast every morning. She took a sip of her coffee and then spat it all out. Did he add salt instead of sugar in it? Jungkook laughed and he laughed too loud. One grit her teeth and spilled the whole coffee on his head. His laughter died. JK, I just took a shower, you lizard. One, go to hell, chimpanzee. She stood up half angry, half satisfied, grabbed her bag and stormed out of the dorm towards the school. The first thing she did was file a complaint and received a direct rejection. Roommates will not change at any cost. One believed her life couldn't get any worse. Of course, she was not sitting quietly either. Jungkook was late for the class. That satisfied her, but the moment he entered the class, he was called out by the teacher. Teacher, why are you late, Jungkook? JK, I accidentally spilled some coffee. I had to shower again. Teacher, your roommate told me you slept late. Now you're going to lie to. Jungkook blinked his eyes. Betrayal and disbelief reflected his expressions. Jake, that's not true. Teacher, Wine is a diligent student. She has no reason to lie. I was going to let you go for being late, but now you're going to lie as well. Meet me in the office after class. Jungkook scoffed, speechless at this point. When he looked at Wine, she sat there with such a straight face as if nothing concerned her. He took a seat, and the next thing he found was a small piece of paper in the drawer with a middle finger drawn on it. He crumbled the paper and grit his teeth. Oh, she was paying for it. Jungkook dyed her favorite shirt pink from white in revenge. Wine cut off the water connection while he was showering, and he placed a fake cockroach on her pillow. The days went by like this. Tonight, Jungkook was always the first one to sleep like he had no trouble in life. But then a night came when he was awake. He started some sort of an anime which got him hooked, so he ended up staying awake late at night, and then he noticed something. In the quiet of the night, wine tossed around a lot. Everything was fine until he felt vibrations. She had her back on him. The room was dark, but he clearly saw her body trembling. It was as if she was trying her best to hide from him. At first, Jungkook paused the video to focus on her. Then he removed his AirPods, and then he suddenly grabbed her arm and turned her towards him, and his eyes widened up. She was drawn in sweat, her eyes wide with fear and glossy with tears. Jake, holy shoot, Wine, what's going on? She pulled her out of his grip and moved back. Wine, nothing. Mind your business. Her voice trembled. He calmed down, externally at least not to put her at the edge, lay down calmly and stay quiet for a while. Ziggy, I wonder why you had dark circles. And are you unable to sleep at nights? One, you won't find anything here you can use against me, so don't even try. He sighed. It was awkward suddenly. Despite everything, how could he ignore this? For the first time in their endless war, Jungkook didn't fire back. He simply lay there, staring at the ceiling, jaw-tied. He didn't press any further, but his mind didn't stop replaying the image of her trembling. His face pale with fear. The next night, it happened again. Jungkook had pretended to sleep this time, but when he felt the mattress shift with her restless movements, when he heard the choked, muffled sound of her breathing, he opened his eyes. One side curled against the wall, knees stuck to her chest, arms tied around herself. The moonlight from the window caught her. She in fear of tears on her cheeks. She looked small, breakable, nothing like the fire-breathing anime he was used to. JK, come here. One, don't joke right now. I told you to ignore me. JK, I'm not joking. If you can't sleep like this, then come here. Mine stood up without any hesitation, tireless nights after nights. She was drowned in exhaustion, and right now, even if it was a stupid prank or something, she wanted distraction. She got in bed beside him, and then he pulled her in his embrace. It wasn't something she would think of even in 100 years, but she let herself collapse in his embrace without another word. His warmth hit her like a wave, steady, solid, safe. Wine buried her face into his chest, breathing in his scent. It calmed her, against her will. Wine, this doesn't mean anything. Take it, yeah, it's nothing. You're not my type, anyways. But his hand lingered on her back, slow and steady, and while she finally drifted into the first peaceful sleep she had had in weeks, Jungkook stayed awake, staring at the ceiling, every muscle tense. It meant everything. The next morning, they acted like nothing happened. It started with Wine threatening him if he told anyone she was going to murder him in his sleep, and followed by Jungkook making fun of her loud snores. The banter continued, but it wasn't the same. There was a shift, small but undeniable. Every night when her demons came creeping back, he was there. And soon enough, sleeping in each other's arms became a routine, whether or not she needed it. And every morning, he pretended he didn't notice the way she clung to him before pulling away. Night after night, when her mental condition finally started to heal, there came a night when she truly thanked him. It was such a trauma for her, and she was truly grateful to him for helping her. Trauma from her childhood, where her parents are always fighting, always screaming, abuse, yelling, and hatred followed her every night, but now her demons were finally chased away. Just like tonight, she held onto his shirt tightly, her head against his chest, and Jungkook kept his arms around her like his life depended on her peace and comfort. Zeke, I was thinking, you're not that bad as a roommate. Why? Of course. You get to sleep with an enchanting lady in your arms. Your view had to change. Jungkook chuckled. How could he deny that? A part of it was true. JK, yes? So, will this gorgeous and enchanting lady mind going on a date with me? I might as well fight the physical demons for her. Clearly, the boys who roam around her for a chance and have Jungkook burning with jealousy. JK, I might also happen to make breakfast for her for the rest of my life, ensuring no exchange of sugar with salt. One, keep going. He brushed his fingers through her hair. JK, the package includes me carrying her everywhere, so my gorgeous queen doesn't have to use her legs. I may as well listen to her orders and avoid messing with her clothes. In fact, I happen to be a little traditional. Instead of 50-50, I believe in providing. Wine raised, bro. That's new. JK, you hurt my feelings, my lady. Have I ever made you pay before? Wine. We never had a chance to go out. I don't know. She shrugged. JK, so go out with me? I'll make sure I prove my words. Wine never thought there might come a day when she listens to him, asking her out, and won't be disgusting at the thought. Day after day, spending time with him, he was annoying as ever, but he was helpful too. He still pulled pranks on her, but he was also the one to run to stores to get her instant food when she was craving it due to her mood swings. She was afraid of bugs, so every time she had to enter the washroom, she would ask him to inspect her first, and no matter how busy he was, he would always do it without any complaints. Being roommates, they did go and return from home together. And there were times when he protected her from men outside, covered for her when she skipped classes, or brought her lunch when she forgot it. One, this gorgeous lady has decided to bestow upon her blessing and give you a chance. Make sure you do not disappoint her. Jungkook smiled and Pine chuckled. Too dramatic. He took her in his embrace and closed her eyes. A kiss on her head, and she knew her demons were never following her, not as long as she was under his protection.